please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello! Welcome back! Thank you for tuning in. This is Ashamoji TV. My name is Asha. This is where I like to watch, react, and share my 2 cents worth about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I am very excited to wrap up Season 7, but not necessarily in this video, more or less in this binge watch. I know it's not binging, but I use the term so you get an idea that I'm watching more than one episode in one sitting, okay? So for those of you that really are nitpicking on how correct the term binge is, so I'm going to be watching episode 22, followed by episode 23, which I'll share with you on YouTube soon enough. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Last 2 episodes of season 7. This one, episode 22, is titled There Will Be Blood, a title of one of my favorite movies. But I digress. Okay, so in terms of informal recap, in short, because I realize now it's getting harder and harder for me to remember kind of what's been going on in the previous episodes, week by week. So I've kind of jotted some notes. All right, episode 19 of grave importance. In a nutshell, Bobby reveals himself as a ghost to the Winchesters, finally, and extra information about the ghost world and how things operate with certain spirits being more powerful than others, although confusing, was revealed. But towards the end of the episode, it became about now what do we do with Bobby, who has said no to the Reaper, he's stuck in the spirit world, and he may likely become a vengeful spirit. Which leads into episode 20, which was titled The Girl with the Dungeons and Dragons Tattoo, one of my favorite episodes so far of this season, and I don't think I'm alone on that thought. And we're introduced to Charlie Bradbury, who's somewhat of the unofficial little sister of the Winchesters, kind of, for one episode anyway, who comes in and helps them out to retrieve information from Roman, his empire, Roman's building. Whatever, the point is, towards the end of that, she gets away unharmed, well, except for a broken arm, but she doesn't die, which I was really happy about. And essentially, in my opinion, it's another quirky character, aside from Garth, that's been introduced in this season that I really enjoy and I hope to see at some point again, but I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see that actress, because I've been told she's quite well known in the community of gaming and stuff like that. And so if that was a guest appearance of some special importance at that time when that episode aired, that's cool, that's fine. She was fun to watch. But the main thing at the end of the episode was that in order for the Winchesters to escape the clutches of Dick Roman, Bobby tapped into his anger and fury and sense of revenge against Dick, thus leading him more towards the dark side of officially becoming a vengeful spirit. If you've been watching my previous reactions, you should know by now my train of thought when it comes to what's been going on with Bobby. But I look forward to seeing nonetheless what they do. Okay, so that leads me into episode 21, Reading is Fundamental, where they introduce to us a new prophet by the name of Kevin Tran, who is in advanced placement. Every time I think about that moment in episode 21 where he's freaking out. Oh my gosh. And thank you to a handful of club members who were really sweet enough to share some really funny memes related to that scene. I really enjoy them and I have them saved on my computer. It's really a pick-me-upper kind of situation for me. So yeah, he's a new prophet. And that leads me to be a little bit confused what's going to happen with the previous prophet, Chuck. Unless after season 5, because season 5 was a wrap-up with the Kripke era, maybe we're just never going to bother with Chuck anymore, and that's why they've introduced a new prophet, and we're going to move on forward without this prophet. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what happens with him. I hope my theory about him having divine powers is really going to manifest on screen. If not, well, it's okay, but you know better not to give me a heads up if I should or shouldn't expect it, okay? Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much it I have in terms of recap. Honestly, I am just dying to finish up this season and move forward with this series. So without further ado, here's my reaction to episode 22.
Richard Roman, the CEO whose company dominates the defense and aviation sectors, not to mention being a giant in the motivational speaking world. It's a pleasure to have you with us, Richard.
Please, Dick.
So tell us, Dick, why the recent
The way
fascination
he
with
talks
figures?
is awesome.
Well, it's no secret we all love to eat. But now Sucro Corp will focus on eating well.
One word, purity.
Mm.
Back the additives.
Purity indeed, huh?
Quality all-American product you people deserve. America is for go-getters.
Which is why we are diving whole hog into what keeps Americans living longer and tasting better.
You do, of course, mean to say the food will be tasting better.
That's exactly what I mean.
Sure. That's good. I like that opening. It's scary in its own way because Dick Roman is frightening. All right, Kevin.
Dick. I'm very excited to meet you. You nervous? Don't be.
How long has he been sitting there?
I brought you a present. What's that say, Kev?
I don't know.
Cute. But I see this as a negotiation. Well, I will sweeten the pot.
Money? How much?
My sources tell me you're applying to Princeton. Letter of recommendation like that from a man like me? Done.
Woo! All for just translating a tablet.
Can't do it.
I
He's
admire
got a
your gumption,
conscience.
kid, but I still think there's some wiggle room here. I tell you what, let's kick it up a notch.
Ah, yeah.
Mom?
That'll
Well,
do
I think this negotiation is concluded. You drive a hard bargain, kid.
Well, if he goes through with it, I hope he gets to keep the letter. Still get into Princeton.
The kid says that the only way to kill Leviathan is with a bone washed in the three bloods of the fallen. It's got to be from a human as light and good as the Leviathan are hungry and dark.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You've already got the fallen angel blood. Next up is blood from the ruler of fallen humanity. The best I can tell, that's
Lucifer?
Crowley.
Crowley, right.
You got to bleed an alpha.
But they're all dead. I mean, everyone we found, we rounded up for Crowley and then Cass whammed them all. Cass ain't exactly in the problem-solving mode, Bob.
Then Crowley.
All right, I get it.
Do you?
Oh boy.
I have faith that your boys will figure it out. Relax. I'm fine. Just got a little carried away.
Sure.
Roman acquires. What's Sucrocorp?
They make food additives, namely high fructose corn syrup. Well, that covers in, well, it's in just about everything. Soda, sauces, bread.
Don't say pie.
Definitely pie.
Definitely pie, yeah.
So now what? Romans moved past restaurants?
And into grocery stores, gas and sips, vending machines. There's nothing we can do about it.
Daddy's not too
Like
happy.
you said, Bobby's got some ideas.
Convergandum, Eos, Coram,
Hello, boys.
Yay! I know he's a bad guy, but I love Crowley.
So, that's what all the rumble was about. Who translated it for you?
Never mind. You gonna give us some blood or not?
Happily.
Mm,
But not quite yet.
yeah.
You know the sheer number of nefarious spells my enemies can use that blood for?
Blood when?
Last. After you've got all the other components. Most difficult? The angel part, I'm assuming.
Right.
Unless, of course, you have an angel up your sleeve.
Well, that'd be
He knows, isn't he?
No.
Don't worry about it. We'll get the angel blood one way or another.
Here's a tip. I have it on good authority. There's one alpha still among us. Wily character, that alpha vampire. Somehow made good his prison break before Cass went nuclear on the place.
And you know this how?
Keep your friends close, your enemies, blah blah. Needless to say, I keep tabs. Happy trails.
Okay, where, jackass?
Yeah, he's not gonna tell you. Oh, that's a nice way to communicate.
Dakota.
He's not wrong there. I know Crowley, he must know about Castiel. Crowley's so intelligent. If they make it where he doesn't know, well, I guess that's a good surprise.
The stronger he gets, the closer he comes to going full vengeful spirit. That's reality. I'm just saying that the lore doesn't have a single real-life example of Casper the Friendly Ghost. It's all basically poltergeist until a hunter comes along.
You know, well, the lore sucks.
Yeah, okay. And it's a bit confusing, too.
I mean, he could kill, possess people. I mean, Bobby could burn this friggin' building down. Look, if he goes off the rails...
Hey.
What?
Check out that guy over there. You seem a little out of it to you?
Mustard on hot dog?
What about Paula Dean over here?
Yeah, they look like,
Oh, okay.
Rocky people.
Oh, right. So it's in the food already?
Corn syrup. Everything in the store is laced with it.
Everything?
Even the pie?
Hey. This one says natural. That means it's safe, right?
I hate to break it to you, but corn syrup is natural, technically.
Well, then what the hell are we supposed to eat?
Real food. When's the last time Dean's picked up an apple?
Should we wait for daylight? Hell no, we're not waiting. I'll scout it. See if we need to bring in the big guns.
I don't know. Look, Bobby.
Bobby's going rogue.
Okay, place is clear, but there's something you're gonna want to see.
So how is he able to enter the building without the flask being in there? Am I misreading things here? I thought he can only go where the flask is. Oh. Vampires?
Well, something didn't agree with him.
And they all have that grime around their mouth.
Yeah, see if you can find a switch or lever or something.
Don't need one.
At least he's useful. Can she see Bobby?
Shit. Hey, look. We're not gonna hurt you, okay? No fangs. See?
We just want to talk.
A man approached me and said I was the prettiest girl there. And I've been living with these things ever since. I'm one of his special girls. All the others, it was their job to make sure I was ready for the alpha whenever he came. Wash me, give me my IV bags every day.
Oh, gosh.
Virgins are a delicacy. He always has at least one of us on hand.
Well, she's all clean and everything, too.
Hey, these guys, they friends of yours?
They take care of the alpha when he's here. 3 humans just came, didn't put up any fight. But when they started on them, the vampires screamed in pain. The ones who ate died immediately.
And the ones who didn't?
There was only one. When he saw what happened, he moved to animals. He's out hunting as we speak.
You think maybe it's a corn syrup?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Do you know where the alpha is now?
I don't know. Maybe. He has a place he goes when something's wrong. He calls it his retreat.
Fine.
What is that?
No.
That's Sam's douche tracker.
That's what you're gonna get addicted to soon enough, lady.
But I remember things that maybe can help.
So we can just do the best you can.
What is that? What is Twitter? What is Instagram? What is Facebook?
Then we're gonna need dead man's blood, which means a morgue. Or
what?
Oh, he's got the penny whistle shirt on.
we're swimming in bat poisoning.
Excuse me, sir. Hi. We're with the Red Cross. See, we have an emergency shortage, and we're gonna need you to You're not getting a word I'm saying.
How dumb do they get? Like they can't talk?
Here?
Yeah, say, look around. It's freaking Woodstock. Everybody's hopped up on the brown acid. We don't need the song and dance. Give him a little break.
Why can't you do it, Dean? Oh, poor guy. Oh, reaction.
That hurts. This is for Hurricane Katrina, you said?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Of course. You better hide that, It's playing along with the song! Oh, whoa, when you got your police force doped up.
All right, here we go. NCC's event today. Today.
No, it's not.
Here. If we're not back by dawn, call this number, Jody Mills. She's a friend. She'll take care of you. Here, use this phone.
You gotta hang here. For your own good, capiche?
Sam, thank you.
You bet.
I wonder if she's gonna try to find her parents.
Chill out, Bobby. We'll be back soon.
Balls?
Use your ticket.
Sorry.
Oh.
Hi, Daddy.
You little skink.
Right?
No, I'm close by. Sending you a present.
Well played. Sure they did fool me.
You sure you just want to charge in there, machetes blazing? Last time it took 12 hunters to take down the Alpha, and most of them didn't make it out.
Yeah, well, you got a better idea?
They're just gonna knock and be like, hi, can I just talk with you for a moment? Maybe he might be hospitable if they're not hostile.
Hey.
I know that's silly, but
Maybe we're too late.
interesting.
Okay, Teenage birthday. Sam's birthday.
His mother's birthday. His father's birthday. Maybe your birthday, Bobby. Oh, he's a mad ghost.
My birthday.
Hello.
I need your help.
Get away from me.
What the hell can she do?
Please.
Did he just go inside of her? Oh my god.
Need you a little while.
Okay. Interesting. But very upsetting at the same time. Easy
The
peasy.
Winchesters.
Hi, Sam.
Wow. A girl raised in the basement, you're a hell of an actress.
You're gonna hurt my daddy.
That sounds so bad.
We're here to talk. That's it.
Figured you might hold a grudge.
And why would I? Because you captured me, tortured me, sold me to the king of hell.
That was more of Grandpa.
It was Grandpa Samuel.
Just listen. You need us. Oh, yes. I am thirsty.
The plague! We know what it is! What do you know about Leviathan?
A bit. We are on excellent terms, he and I.
You sure about that? Did he mention that he was going to Maui Wowie, the human population?
Oh, of He said grabbing a smack would be easier than ever.
Look, we're not the ones burning from the inside out. Think about it. Whatever deal he made with you was crap. Trust us.
How are you telling me this?
Because we can stop Dick. Stop all of it. We just...
Doesn't he know the vampires
We
died?
need your blood for the weapon.
Oh, the creep gets creepier. What's wrong?
Edgar's here.
Wow, what a funny coincidence. All right, we need soap, cleanser, anything with borax in it. We need knives.
Put them in the study.
What? No, wait.
Word of advice, boys. You do not live through centuries of fire and ice and continental divide by jumping to conclusions.
I'm surprised he's not aware of the vampires who died. Unless he is and he's not connecting the two.
Edgar, I would have whipped you up a meal. Please, sit. I'm dying to know why you're here.
I think you know.
And how is that?
I smell Sam and Dean Winchester.
They just showed Dean's blood on the table.
Anything?
Nothing. You think Edgar's here for the same reason we are? I mean, look, if they figured out that we're here to get Alpha Blood for a weapon...
I think anyway you slice it, you got Pac-Man and True Blood in the same room. That's bad news.
Pac-Man. Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
I think you got the oldest monster on Earth, thinking that he can hold his own because he always has.
Edgar's gonna eat him alive.
Yeah.
But Dean, we gave up all our vamp tonight.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, Edgar. You do know why Sam and Dean are here, don't you? They insist that you're exterminating us, and I thought, well, that's impossible. Must be a mistake. Here's what I don't understand, Edgar. You are aware that your little additive has side effects, yes?
Dick warned you there might be kinks.
Yes, he also said he'd be in touch. My children are in a panic. Where exactly on the list is fixing our plague?
0.
My dear friend, nowhere. We want you to burn like the little roaches you are.
Is he stronger?
Roman said if I kept quiet, I would get my reward.
And now you get to lay down and die. Mankind's a limited resource, after all.
There are 7 billion of them.
Only 7.
Never mind.
I am the son of Eve.
A pathetic mutt. Hardly one of us. I knew Eve. And honestly, your mommy was a whore.
So they're closely matched, or what? Oh! Woo, Sam!
Do you want to do this fight? Or do you want my blood?
Oh, just like that, huh? He concedes. Brother's like, I'm done. He's going off the grid with his family.
For taking care of Edgar. Now go.
Take it. And go. What's the hesitation for?
What about the little boy?
Are you joking?
Do we look like we're joking?
Aw, he's being Sam.
Emily, help Alan with his coat. He's leaving with Sam and Dean. Now take it. See you next season.
Yeah! Like straight out, really? You know? They just put it out there. He's such a handsome actor. Nice to look at.
Bobby. Bobby? Dean? He's gone.
Gone dressed up as a maid. Well, in flesh of one.
Bobby's probably been gone 3 or 4 hours. He's got the flask, Dana. How the hell are we supposed to track him? He's not thinking.
So what, we just keep going while he's out there like this?
Do we have any other option?
Nope.
It's a good thing we got Crowley in our corner, right? Seeing as how it all comes down to him.
I'm sure he'll traitor them too. Oh. Well, there's your answer there, Dean.
Dick. Mr. Crowley, we have so much to talk about.
Oh, now you need him.
Take a seat.
Jackass. I hope Crowley rubs it in his face. Oh, it's done. I really hope Crowley takes it personal, the first rejection, and like f***s him over big time. Whatever nonsense he's trying to rope him into, who knows. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. Okay, so this was an interesting episode in a way that I didn't really expect, but I'm satisfied, content. So pick a scene and I'll be right back. Believe it or not, picking a scene from this episode was actually not easy. There was a few twists and turns that I had a hard time picking which one was going to be more of a standout for me. But I ended up picking that scene where Edgar and the Alpha kind of have it out with each other, and Edgar admits that they're just looking to wipe out all monsters by any means necessary, and contaminating the food supply is the way to go, the human food supply, right? So that ends up being the most memorable scene because I think it lends to the bigger picture when it comes to the motivations of the Leviathans and their plans for humanity and their plans to be the dominant monster in that realm. And I did enjoy that little back talk about Eve because she is one of those monsters that came and went. And so seeing the Alpha react the way he did when she was being insulted by Edgar got me chuckling. But when it comes to the episode overall, I know some of you perhaps may view this episode as boring because there isn't much of a razzle-dazzle or spectacle or an iconic moment as there was in episode 21. But aside from that, in terms of story or storytelling and execution of that storytelling, I think this is a very solid episode. And although it's not one of those kinds of episodes that I'd be, rushing to rewatch all over again, I certainly wouldn't mind watching it again anyway, just for the fact that I think it's very strong in how it executed a lot of its narrative. So starting with, of course, the treachery from Emily, which I didn't think was very predictable, but if you saw it coming a mile away, then, kudos to you. Then, of course, we have Bobby jumping into the maid's body. That took me for a loop, and of course, all kinds of flashbacks of the movie Ghost came back to mind. Now, it's hard for me, I'll admit, to not roll my eyes at times when it comes to this whole thing with Bobby. I'm not enjoying it. I really am not. And I'm trying to kind of just go along with it just because, the story merits it. And I'm happy to see Jim Beaver in the show one way or another. And I think that's the aspect of it that I'm just going to try to focus on. Jim Beaver's there. Even though he's not playing the kind of character I want to see him play right now, he's still there. And I will try to kind of appreciate that aspect rather than looking at it on the negative spectrum of things. So I will do my best not to roll my eyes too much. But essentially, though, the resolution with Bobby better be good. And I'm assuming at the end of this season, or perhaps they're going to take care of it in season 8. I don't know. And speaking of season 8, I did appreciate the fact they have a character like the Alpha, played by the gorgeous Rick Worthy, openly saying, see you next season. I'm just like, are we going to have an entire season all about the Alpha? I wouldn't mind that, actually. And if they add more to the vampire and monster lore with that would be quite interesting. So I certainly wouldn't mind it. It's all about how they present it. So yeah, overall, I think this is a very solid episode. If you share the same opinion, let me know aspects about this episode you really liked and enjoyed. And on your rewatches, what are parts that you always look forward to watching? Like, is there a particular part that you're always curious how the reactor is going to react? Because I know many of you watch a bunch of reaction videos and some of you don't. I don't know. I'm starting to know some of you that just kind of go right to the comment section to say your 2 cents about the episode, but you don't really watch the reactions anymore. So I could only figure maybe it's because there's only so much you can watch the episode itself until you just get tired of it. But whatever, one way or the other, I thank you for your support on my end in some form or another. So that's all I got. There you have it. That's my reaction to episode 22 of the 7th season of Supernatural. I'm going to get ready to press play on episode 23, and I look forward to sharing my reaction to that one soon enough. In the meantime, please share your comments below, what you enjoyed or disliked about this episode. I want to read it all, any trivia that you know. Yeah, share, okay? And if you want access to my full reaction to this episode, along with extra commentary that I do share mainly with my club members during certain moments in the episode, details about how to go about retrieving that or accessing that is in the description box below, as well as details on how you can support this channel if you're not interested in being a club member, but you do want to help me continue to grow here on YouTube. Any kind of support you're willing to give is appreciated. In the meantime, I'm Asha, tuning out, peacing out. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.